it.
Yeah, it's always awesome to see when this team is signed. They have a signing day. Atlanta United players take part in that. This is as important of a part of the club as the first team, as Atlanta United 2, and as the Atlanta United Academy.
Time for our national anthem here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium before the match between Atlanta United Unified and Charlotte FC. National anthem complete with tifo in between sections 126 and 130. Very, very cool, Jason, tonight.
I'd love to see the supporters sticking around for this one and supporting Atlanta United's unified team. This team works very hard. This is the season opener. It's a huge opportunity for both of these teams to get the season started on the right foot.
Starting lineups are on the Halo board here. Starting lineups for both Atlanta United Unified and Charlotte FC Unified. Jason, you want to take us through them?
Yeah, for Atlanta United, as you see on the screen, Alex Eberle in defense, Alex Evans, Joe VR, and Grace Chaplin joining on the back line. Ike Ellsworth, Dylan Lindsay, Emma Sim, Liam Stewart. That's your midfield. Stephen Russell and Xavier Hairston are the forwards. Derek Harden is in goal for Atlanta United's unified team. And as you saw earlier, Charlotte's unified lineup, Zachary Burkholder, Thaden Gustkowitz, Evan Andrews, Kevin Alvarado, Bridu Aid-Pra, David Nangui, David Johnston, Skylar Stevens, Andrew Zusi, Davis Gaffney, and Stephen Perot in goal for Charlotte.
Skylar Stevens, a 2022 All-Star for Charlotte FC. Zachary Burkholder and Emily Burkholder representing the club at MLS All-Star this year. Evan Andrews is partnered with Skylar Stevens, and they were a part of the 22 success in the 22 season, the first season for Charlotte FC. Remember that the unified team is expanding to include players from 2 counties here in Georgia for Atlanta United. You see the coin toss here with all of the captains. Players from Cobb County Special Olympics, North Fulton Unified and Fulton County. 8 athletes, 10 partners ranging from the age of 16 to 25 for Atlanta United.
Liam Stewart making the decision for Atlanta United after the coin toss. We had a chance to talk to Liam on our Atlanta United Five Stripes Countdown on 92.9 The Game. Excited to see this team on the field for the first time this year, but also later in the year they'll have 2 matches on the road. They'll be up in New Jersey where they face the Red Bulls unified team, and then in September make the trip out to Frisco, Texas to play FC Dallas.
Back in 2017, there were 14 members on the roster. There's your team photo tonight for match number 1. They had 2 matches. It was a home and away with Orlando. And now, as you mentioned, 3 matches, 2 of them on the road, big road trips.
Yeah, what's been cool is we've gotten to know this team that when they get those road trips, it's not just about the game, but it's about the experiences. It's about the opportunities to connect with the opposing teams as well. A lot of great friendships have been formed around the league from the unified programs playing one another and interacting.
And for Atlanta United's unified team in 2022, they had tryouts for the first time. And this is a team that trains at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground once a week throughout the season, too.
Yeah, and you get lots of special guests dropping in on those training sessions. Brad Gazan, somebody who's been part of the unified program with Atlanta United from the beginning, someone who, I mean, I will always remember out in Utah after a late game loss against Real Salt Lake on a really frustrating night in 2019. Brad Gazan was back out to give the pregame speech immediately for the unified team, stayed on the sideline as long as he could before the bus left to cheer the team on. That's the commitment that you see from Atlanta United first team players to support the unified team.
6 years a unified ambassador. This year, Andrew Gutman and Derek Etienne Jr. join him for their first seasons as ambassadors. Back in 2017, the original ambassadors, Brad Gazan, Greg Garza, and Mark Bloom.
Yeah, when I was up in the booth during pregame, Greg Garza sent a text in to make sure that he had a chance to catch up with the unified team tonight.
And we are officially underway. Once again, remember, we're playing full field now. Charlotte in their blue, they're going to be working from right to left as you're watching here for the first 20 minutes. 5 stripes, black shorts. They'll be working from left to right. In possession, Emma Sim. Center circle to Ike Eisworth. Into the back line, working left to right. Dylan Linza. He's got a little space, cuts it towards center circle, switches there to the left-hand side. Alex Eberle off to the left. Shot blocked inside the 18, just inside the 18. Charlotte comes away with it, and they'll work their way from right to left. First touch for Bridu Aid-Pra.
It's definitely an adjustment playing full field as the teams kind of get accustomed. I think we have an injury on that far side. He tried to make a sprint.
Zachary Burkholder down. Physio being called over all the way from the near side to the far.
Yes, sir, I do.
See Zachary up on his feet.
Not getting a program feed. It's just static on my end.
Once again, remember Zachary and Emily, the Burkholders, representing the club at MLS All-Star this year, 2023.
That pass was played out in front and just couldn't get on the run to get to it. It's going to stretch. Hopefully, they are going to have to make a sub. Atlanta will have a throw to restart. Charlotte will make a sub probably as quickly as they can. I know there's some substitution rules here, but I don't think anybody wants to see them play shorthanded at this point.
Raleigh Mora checking in quickly for Charlotte. Here comes Atlanta United down the left-hand side on the turn. Eisworth, Ike Eisworth from Johns Creek with his first touch. Eisworth again, edge of the 18. Back to Dylan Linza. Linza took a peek up. Foul just outside the box. It'll be the first set piece opportunity here for Atlanta United's unified team here halfway through the 3rd minute.
Linza trying to open up the field, creates some space, earns a free kick, a dangerous one out on the edge of the 18.
See what it looks like here for Atlanta United unified. Joe VR standing over it just outside the 18. Works his way through the middle, looking back post. Goes all the way through, and it'll be a goal kick for Charlotte.
I like the idea there from VR, as a lot of people think that maybe he's going to go for the shot there from distance, but he tries to hit a pass through the middle. Didn't quite come off, but a good look.
Stephen Russell intercepts for Atlanta United. Couldn't connect on the pass back. It's going to stick with the 5 stripes here.
VR will take the throw.
Linza. Nice piece of juggling work trying to keep possession. Hits it twice, and he'll track it down over on the left-hand side. Looking for Stephen Russell. There to defend was Guskiewicz. Here in the 5th minute here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Thanks for hanging out with us here at atlutd.com. John Nelson, Jason Longshore. Joe Fryhofer will be dropping in here occasionally. Left-hand side toward the top of the 6 and cleared away right at the last by Kevin Alvarado. Chance for Atlanta United.
Good read from Alvarado coming across to make sure that opportunity does not materialize for the 5 stripes at the top of the 6. Corner incoming for Atlanta United.
Ike Eisworth, the midfielder out of Johns Creek, Georgia, in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. Making sure that David Nangui from Charlotte got as far away as he could. Lenza working his way in toward the top of the 6. Cleared away by Guskowitz. Atlanta United second chance. Discussion with Evan Andrews of Charlotte FC.
It's going to be a drop ball to Atlanta here.
Working quickly. Xavier Hairston wanted to pull the trigger, couldn't. There to defend was Evan Andrews, and here comes Charlotte. David Nangui on the right. Good ball all the way up to Skylar Stevens. Stevens tracking it down. Atlanta United unified, trying to come back on defense. Touch a little heavy. And D. Harden clears it away. It's going to be a corner for Charlotte.
Harden wanted to keep that moving. Didn't want to pick it up and slow the game down. Wanted to keep it moving and play out of the back. But an opportunity now for Charlotte.
Here in the 7th minute. Once again, reminder, 2 20-minute halves. Let's see who Charlotte decides is going to take it. Evan Andrews is there. Bit of a discussion with Skylar Stevens. And substitutions coming in for Charlotte. Four substitutions for Charlotte. And while Charlotte's doing the substitutions, let's send it over to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Joe Fryhofer. Joe, what do you know?
Gentlemen, we've got a star-studded cast here joining us. Coming out of the locker room post-match, we've got the likes of Miles Robinson, Santiago Sosa, Thiago Almada making their way. Derek Etienne has also been seen. Yet to see Big Brad here as he's joining himself onto this unified side for
Charlotte coming
year.
in. We'll go over those substitutions when they become active. We'll keep an eye on Joe Fryhofer over at the benches, see what's going on over there. Joe will keep us posted on everything going on at halftime as well. Short setup for Charlotte. Lenza there to defend for Atlanta United unified. Cleared away, but not all the way out. Second touch cleared by Atlanta United. Trying to mount an attack down the left-hand side with Steven Russell. Last touch by Charlotte. It'll be a throw about 10 yards near center line.
Braxton McDonald coming across to clear that for Charlotte.
VR with the throw for Atlanta United unified. First touch for Grace Chaplin on the day. VR working with Eisworth up the left-hand side. I couldn't keep control of it, so it'll be a throw for Charlotte now.
Both teams' first game, you're just trying to find those little connections on the field.
Up the right-hand side, trying to get in touch with Skylar Stevens. Braxton McDonald with the pass, his first action here in the match tonight. There's VR again with the throw. Lenza inside center circle. Looking for a partner, found a bit of an alley. Charlotte there in defense, and here they come down the left-hand side. Raleigh Mora with her first touch, knocked away by Chaplin. Throw for Charlotte right at center line, and it's going to be Kevin Alvarado with the throw, combining with Evan Andrews. Andrews looking big switch, tracking it down. Skylar Stevens looks like he's going to get there first. Well done to kind of shoulder him off was Alex Eberle, but Well done there by Atlanta United Unified.
Eberly and Stevens both going for that 50-50 ball. It's a good switch from Charlotte. Eberly on his horse to make sure that Stevens can't get in behind. Nice defending from Eberly.
D. Harden to VR, and VR will be the one to launch the ball forward here halfway through the 10th minute. Eisworth surveys, tried to find Lenza. First touch intervening was from Enrique Olvera Cimbron with his first touch. Dylan Lenza sticking with it though for Atlanta United Unified. Pass blocked twice by Alvarado. 6 substitutions coming in for Atlanta United Unified now, because as substitution rules traditionally are, subs are all at once every 10 minutes. Now that we are at the halfway point, you're going to get that the fire wagon change where everybody comes on, and we'll once again talk about them when they get engaged.
Ben Barrett, Maggie Williams, Savion Brown, 3 of the 6 subs. Tried to catch as many as they could. Anthony Hernandez into the match as well. Daniel Urshansky and Nick VR. That's your 6 subs.
Nick in his 4th season of playing for Atlanta United Unified, one of the all-star selections this year for Atlanta United.
The VR for VR sub.
Hairston.
What about right now? Nothing?
Looking to work backward to Maggie Williams, but here comes Charlotte now with possession.
I thought they tossed it to me, but
Olvera Cimbron.
and I was hearing myself talking, but
to Braxton McDonald, but Atlanta United Unified is there. Savion Brown with a charge up the left-hand side, looking toward the top of the arc. Through 2 Atlanta United Unified players. Back comes Charlotte.
Brown tried to flick that through the middle, almost worked out, but Charlotte on the counter. That's broken up.
Olvera Cimbron broken up. Nick VR with the credit there. Daniel Urshansky to Savion Brown on the left, trying to work the cross from left to right. Halfway through the 12th minute. They're going to get a throw deep in the corner for Charlotte FC.
Savion Brown, named after the famous tap dancer Savion Glover. Brought a big spark to this team off the bench.
Aid Pra up the left-hand side. Nice ball.
That's a great ball to open the field up, but Atlanta's back to defend.
Raleigh Mora runs into VR and Evans, cleared away.
Teamwork there. Evans comes across as VR kind of stands up to the play. Alex Evans. Good double team.
Alvarado trying to connect with Andrew Zusi. Defense is there for Atlanta United Unified. There's Nick VR. Accepted a job with Gallagher beginning in July. Graduated from Kennesaw State with a degree in business management and a minor in finance. Nick VR.
Nick VR's been busy.
Running short. Zusi toward the top of the D. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Aid
he
Pra.
is. He's suited up on the sidelines here cheering him on, but I think Matt's going to grab him and he'll be good to go.
Ben Barrett slowed down briefly by Evan Andrews.
Jake, you can hear me, by the way, right?
Pass forward looking for Eberly.
I love the idea there from Barrett, trying to give Eberly the run.
Jake,
Eberly was there to support Barrett the whole way. Tried to knock that inside for Eberly to get on.
I can hear myself in the feed.
Atlanta trying to build those connections on the field.
Alvarado to Raleigh Mora. Temporarily dispossessed, couldn't quite hang on to it. It looks like it's going to be a throw for Atlanta United Unified. 4 more subs coming on for Charlotte.
That's Evans with another good defensive play for Atlanta. Really impressed with him since coming in.
Davis Gaffney checking back in for Charlotte Unified.
Test. I can hear myself.
A The starters that we saw initially for Kevin Sims' Charlotte FC Unified squad checking back in now here in the 15th minute. Nangwe up the middle.
Yeah, he's
over
he's
to the
down
right-hand
this way
side. Skylar Stevens. Nicely done there by Ben Barrett.
Matt's going to grab him.
Barrett running another one down. He's got some help inside. Not on the same page. Tried to play Brown.
Here comes Charlotte again, sticking with it. Atlanta United Unified. Barrett through center circle. Passes through the double team. Give to Xavier Hairston. Hairston trying to connect with Maggie Williams. She'll track it down. Pass picked off by Charlotte Unified.
Good touch from Eberly. Just disrupting that.
Skylar Stevens trying to get away from the double team but can't, as Eberly is there and Savion Brown is there.
Love that once again from Eberly. Just gets his body between the attacker and the ball.
Good sprint with a lot of space up the left-hand side, working centrally, but it's picked off. Pass intended for Xavier Hairston. Hairston sticking with it defensively.
Looking for Hairston. McDonald stepped into the passing lane.
Kiewitz, McDonald through center circle. Nangwe. Aid Pra. Pressure from Atlanta United Unified, forcing Charlotte to have to work to their back line and have to come back to front. Pressure once again is there from Eberly. They're going to call a foul.
Eberly battling for it, doesn't give up on the play.
Right to left, Davis Gaffney gets around Maggie Williams, trying to cut centrally, getting around Urshansky, keeping possession. Charlotte Unified. There's Eberly again trying to regain possession. Aid Pra into the middle to Johnston. Johnston being stood up by Williams, stood up also by Urshansky, trying to regain possession. Atlanta United Unified do. Only briefly, though. Here comes Charlotte. Mora on the left. And here comes Atlanta United Unified again late in the 17th minute.
VR stepped in with the interception, trying to lead the break. Has Eberly, plays him.
Eberly couldn't keep control. Aid Pra ends up with it center circle for Charlotte.
Good work from Charlotte to fight back and win that.
Nangwe tried to connect with Mora. And it's going to be a throw for Charlotte. Deep in the attacking third here early in the 18th minute. Pass took a couple of two big hops, and here comes Xavier Hairston. Hairston charging down the right-hand side, cuts it back in. Aid Pra is there to defend for Charlotte, but Maggie Williams gets it back for Atlanta United Unified. Liam Stewart inside the 18, closing nicely there to defend was Guskiewicz.
Stewart trying to turn the corner. It's a good take from Liam Stewart. Just couldn't get around that corner, and Guskiewicz.
Aid Pra into the middle, center circle. David Johnston through. He's got Mora to his left. Tried to connect with Nangwe.
Game getting stretched here late in the first half.
2 minutes here in the first through Hairston. In the back line of Charlotte FC Unified. Braxton McDonald to Olvera Simbrone. Too much on that. But possession kept. Gaffney had it briefly. Down the left-hand side, David Johnston.
Evans cleaning things up for Atlanta. Great work from Evans.
About a minute and a half to go here in the first 20.
Substitution for Atlanta, number 17, Stephen Russell.
Stephen Russell, the pride of Buford, Georgia, checking in. Recently accepted to Kennesaw State University.
Eberly had done a lot of hard running, so Russell replaces him.
Aid Pra Cuts to his right. Possession lost by Charlotte FC, but they're tracking it down. It's Guskowitz.
Hairston chasing, but couldn't quite get there.
Under a minute to go here in the first 20. Work towards center circle. Pass from Maggie Williams. Aid Pra in possession for Charlotte. Nice ball. Can they catch up to it? There to clean it up. Ben Barrett, well done.
Barrett cleaning it up, but you also have to give Russell a ton of credit just into the game. He was there as well. Atlanta wants to break with only seconds left.
Savion Brown looking for the through ball. Picked off, but sticking with it. Atlanta United unified. Chipped inside the 18 and picked up by Stephen Perot.
Great idea from Hairston. He's trying to chip that back across for the run of Stewart. Trying to force the turnover for one more opportunity.
Emily Burkholder sends it to Braxton McDonald, who will send it away. And that's your first 20 minutes.
It's tough in the first game of the season. I think teams are still trying to build the connections on the field, as now they'll get 5 minutes to talk about it. But some really good signs there for Atlanta United as the half went on. Hairston brought a ton of energy, as did Brown. Eberly fought hard. Evans defensively. Really good stuff from both teams as we go to halftime.
Yep, you got the halftime here, running through some of the highlights here and some of the close calls for Atlanta United unified. There's the great touch right there at the end of the half by Raleigh Moore, trying to get something started for Charlotte. The passing and the connections. We're looking at this first match for both of these teams, and great to see the fans once again staying here late at night here in sections 126
we're now
to
joined
130.
by quite a familiar
Joe
face.
Freihopper.
Brad, good to see you. Welcome back for yet another year of Unified. First off, I got to ask you, how are you feeling? How's rehab going?
Rehab's going really well, feeling good, excited to be back in training, can't wait to get back out on this field.
What do you make of this crowd as well? That crowd was fantastic during the regular game, but we're back for more. 17s, make some noise. Walk me through your thoughts here in this first half. Still a stalemate, but plenty of action there in that final third out of us.
Absolutely. You know, this is fantastic for our unified team to be able to be out here. The first time ever, 11-11 on the full field. As you mentioned, unbelievable support. Never a doubt in my mind that you guys would turn up to be here for this game. So thank you guys on behalf of everyone unified. It means the world that you guys are here supporting this team. So listen, I think we're ready for a strong second half. I know we're going to bounce back, and I think we got them in transition.
Goals are knocking. Brad, what keeps you coming back to the side year after year? We see you at all the events, and we can tell it means something so special to you, not just this fan base, but giving back to this wonderful community. What fills you and keeps you coming back to be a part of this unified side with Coach Marty?
It's just the enjoyment of being out here with the players, with the coaches, the fun that they have during practice, the laughing, joking. It warms your heart to be out here with them, and so I have a great time.
If you could describe what it's like playing in front of an environment like this, a stadium like this, what do you think those kids felt when they're coming out of this tunnel before this one? I'm
sure there were a few goosebumps, a few nerves, but you know, with the supporters behind them, this is what it's all about. You know, it's this is what dreams are made of, and so to be able to have this experience, I'm just excited for them.
If you're Coach Marty and you're in there at halftime right now, what's the message to the guys? What are you telling them to get them fired up for the second half?
I'm telling them to just keep going for it. You know, we want to see some goals. I know that we've got goals in the team. I think we're going to be on the front foot, attacking the supporter section. I think it's going to be an exciting second half.
And talk to me briefly here about the first team as well. We've got a back-to-back homestand. Got to be huge to be back in front of the 17s once again, trying to bounce back against Colorado and hoping to see you very soon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We know Wednesday's a massive game. Obviously, tonight was not good. But listen, it's all about how we bounce back and how we respond, and Wednesday's going to be a huge one for us.
And all about bouncing back for this unified side as well. Give us a prediction. Second half coming up here. What are we feeling? Final score?
Final score, I'm going 2-0.
17s, what do we think? 2-0, not bad, huh? Well, more second half action coming up your way very soon. Brad, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you out there very soon. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Joe. So Brad Gazan is predicting a 2-0 scoreline after the next 20 minutes.
Brad might have the halftime speech to inspire this group to get to that. Brad Gazan has just always given so much of his time to the unified team, to Atlanta United's many community initiatives. It's just so exciting to see first-team players give that commitment to this part of the club.
No doubt about it. Great to see the support here from the supporters as well. Remember, we had the Tifo as a part of this whole presentation. There's the conversations between Dylan Linza and Liam Stewart getting ready for the second 20-minute half.
And that's such a big part of it, that what you just saw with Linza and Stewart. It's those combinations. It's the athletes and the helpers trying to facilitate across a full team. That's what's so special about the unified program, is those connections being forged, and not just for a team tonight, not just in this match tonight, not even just for this season. They become lifelong friends and supporters of one another, and it's been so cool to see that over the years with Atlanta United's unified team.
No question about it. It's really, really cool to see what we have here tonight leading into the second 20 minutes. Goalless at the break with Atlanta United Unified, Charlotte FC Unified, once again presented by our friends at Gallagher. Season 7 for the Unified team. And they're kind of catching themselves on the halo board too now.
That's the joy of all of this, getting the support from the fans who have stuck around to cheer this team on, seeing themselves up on the halo board, also getting the chance to play on the full pitch here at the Benz. It's a dream for so many to get to represent Atlanta United and play in this beautiful stadium. So yeah, once you get a chance to catch your breath a little bit, the joy of just getting the chance to be part of this.
I mean, and remember, you know, when we talked about the rules and how different it is, it was 7-on-7 previously, but they wanted to align with Vision. It's 11-on-11 now. It's full field now. It's regulation goals now. You have all of these new aspects of it here in the 2023 season. But once again, it's great to see 11-on-11 and all of these different things now coming to the fore when it comes to unified teams and unified action.
Seeing the fans and some of the kids who have stuck around. Just such a cool thing to get to be a part of, and it's always something that we try to do wherever we can, and we'll be part of future unified games this season as well. 2 more on the road at Red Bulls and at FC Dallas, but also a lot of other experiences throughout the season, training sessions and more for this team, this big part of Atlanta United as a club.
Now, June 24th is the match in Harrison, New Jersey. September 3rd is the match against FC Dallas out there in Frisco. Second 20 minutes now underway. Goalless after the first 20. Atlanta United, 5 stripes, working their way from right to left as you're watching here on ATLUTD.com. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight.
Evans taking off down the right side like another number 11 for Atlanta United.
Back and forth early on. Aid Pra now for Charlotte. Gets out of trouble, works it down the left-hand side.
Aid Pra holding down the midfield for Charlotte. Really competitive game both ways here tonight.
Long slaloming run by Kevin Alvarado, stood up by Dylan Lenza. Zusi regains possession for Charlotte. Tries to work it from right foot to left foot, but here comes Atlanta United Unified.
Eberle winning the ball once again, carrying it out. Couldn't hook up with Stewart, and Charlotte's got an opportunity now down the right.
Skylar Stevens to Andrew Zusi in the corner. VR there in defense. Pulls it back. Nice piece of work there by Alvaro Sembrón to keep possession for the visitors. Aid Pra in the middle. Raleigh Mora. Saw some imagination from him. He stood up by Dylan Lenza. Mora was looking for a foul, didn't get it. Lenza with the long launch. And we've got a goalkeeper substitution. Miguel Navarro in here for the second half for Charlotte FC.
Trying to spring Stewart down the left side for Atlanta. Couldn't connect that time.
Aid Pra in the middle. Eisworth there trying to get the ball away. Nicely done there by Ike Eisworth to win it for Atlanta United Unified.
Evans trying to get around Aid Pra.
Aid Pra looking for Mora. Too much on it. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United Unified as we're now here in the 23rd minute. of 40, no added time. 20-minute halves. And we're done after 40 minutes.
First half felt like it opened up as the longer we went. Second half starting pretty open from both teams. End-to-end stuff.
Aid Pra looking for Zusi again. Finds him. Right-hand side. On the edge of the penalty area. Pulls it back a little bit. Eberle in pursuit.
Yeah, Eberle stood him up initially.
Alondra Rosa had possession toward the top of the arc. Cleared away by Atlanta United Unified.
Touch was off of Charlotte. It'll be an Atlanta throw. VR will take.
20-year-old out of Johns Creek. And remember, age group is 16 to 25 here with the athletes participating with Unified. Dylan Lenza with a lot of room. Pulls it back, gives to Eisworth.
Trying to facilitate here.
Lenza looking, had two players within his sights, knocked back out by Charlotte. Lenza will try it again. Charges just outside the D. Hairston, heavy touch. Eberle through and tracking it down. Navarro will watch it go over the inline. Goal kick.
That was a great look from Eberle trying to play Stewart through. Eberle always trying to recover possession for Atlanta United. They're trying to spring number 19 in the attack, Liam Stewart.
Big hop off with the Navarro kick looking for Alvera Sembrone. Here comes Atlanta United Unified again. Hairston, heavy touch. Eisworth trying to connect with Liam Stewart. Navarro gets there first, and he'll hang on.
Almost got there, Stewart.
Navarro kind of calming things down a little bit halfway here through the 25th minute of the 40.
A couple times Atlanta's trying to find Hairston. They're trying to find Stewart in the attack.
Zusi keeps possession for Charlotte to aid Pra in the middle.
Take another look at that one as Stewart almost got there. Navarro read it well, though, off his line.
Shielded well by Evan Andrews as a part of that. So we now get into the 26th minute. There to intercept the pass is Grace Chaplin starting the second 20.
Great ball by Chaplin up the right side.
Trying to keep possession with Steven Russell.
Good work, Russell.
Lenza. Eisworth through center circle. Too much on it.
Trying to find Stewart once again. Navarro, sweeper keeper coming off his line.
Zusi. Well done there by Emma Sim to get possession for Atlanta United Unified.
Smart thing from Sim. Knock that out, get reset. Charlotte preparing substitutions.
It's like 4 subs coming in for Charlotte.
Nangui, McDonald.
I think David Johnston is one of them. And I think Emily Burkholder is the other. 27th minute. Skylar Stevens in front of the Charlotte bench.
Stevens with that captain's armband. Stewart with the interception. Eberle leading the attack for Atlanta United.
Up the left-hand side. Looking in for Hairston. Charlotte FC defense was there to collapse on it. Hairston tried to get it back for Atlanta United Unified.
So close, Eberle to Hairston. Almost that connection comes off, but here comes Mora.
Mora tries to get past Emma Sim. She keeps him out of the 18 after the initial entry. Mora wanted to do the back heel like he did earlier in the match. Sim there to defend for Atlanta United Unified to throw for the visitors.
Tried to spin, but Sim able to stand that up. Now directing a little bit of traffic. Charlotte trying to set up shop in the attacking half.
Andrews back and forth with Skylar Stevens looking for Mora inside the 18. VR will watch it go. It'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United Unified early in the 28th. There's D. Harden. A lot of folks were enthused when D. Harden, the pride of Gainesville, Florida, became a part of this roster. See his action between the sticks this year here in 2023.
Was that a TAM move?
I think it was, actually.
I think it was.
Yes.
Got to use that TAM wisely.
Yes.
Getting a strong goalkeeper, D. Harden, to hold things down in the back.
Unified TAM. Is what definitely was targeted allocation money if you're looking for a keeper. Navarro. Braxton McDonald with the touch. Working up the left-hand side now, Charlotte. Evan Andrews. Burkholder looking for Alvaro Simbrón.
Stewart chasing, trying to make something happen. It's good work from Eberle to knock that out in front of Mora.
Mora with the throw to Alvaro Simbrón.
Eberle knocking another one away.
Up and over. Chance here for Charlotte. Gaffney. Grace Chaplin was there. Nangui looking toward the top of the 6. Pass not cleared. Second chance it was.
Nice way to stick with that by VR. Stewart coming back to defend. Trying to find that breakthrough. It's good work from VR. That first ball doesn't get out of the defensive third, but he sticks with it, gets the second one cleared.
Eisworth off the throw, gets past Mora. Gets a little help from Grace Chaplin. Chaplin, long ball up the right-hand side, trying to settle it down was Stephen Russell. Charlotte coming back. Lenza got in the way of that pass. He gains possession for the 5 Stripes. He'll go back to Grace Chaplin. Chaplin will track it down.
Time and space to run that down. Safe ball back.
Lenza with Chaplin. Eisworth.
Good look as that passing lane just opened up.
Eisworth through ball, but having to clean that one up, and got there first was Miguel Navarro. Long ball into the attacking third.
Navarro definitely with the sweeper keeper style. Atlanta trying to get that through ball to connect to Hairston or Stewart. Subs will be incoming for Atlanta at the next opportunity.
Yeah, Marty Jellamy looked like he had 5 at least that would be coming in. Remember, once again, you get to the 10-minute mark of each 20-minute half. That's when you substitute, and you substitute all at once. Liam Stewart up the left-hand side.
Stewart ran that one down. Couldn't get the cross in the way he wanted. Good work from Stewart and Eberle on the left side.
Navarro looking to Evan Andrews. Good handle of the short hop there by Eberle, trying to get possession for Atlanta United Unified. Mora couldn't track it down, and here's where your substitutions come in. Looks like it's 6 substitutes for Atlanta United Unified here at the 31st minute. There you go.
Trying to pump the crowd up, Anthony Hernandez.
Anthony Hernandez playing his 2nd year in Atlanta, joining from Houston FC's unified team back in 2021.
Was that another TAM move?
I believe it was.
Love it.
Maggie Williams. Pass knocked away. Alvaro Simbrón for Charlotte, but keeping with it, Maggie Williams to regain possession for the 5 Stripes. Ben Barrett out of Johns Creek, Georgia, gains possession. Pass, a lot of real estate it had to cover, intercepted by Charlotte, and here they come again. Defending Daniel Urshansky. Mora looking to combine with David Johnston. Johnston, ball knocked away once again by Barrett.
This is a good ball from Mora. Trying to find Johnston through the middle. Now Atlanta's got some defending to do.
Alvarado. Lenza was there, or Hernandez was there. Now charging up the right-hand side with a head of steam there, Stephen Russell.
Look at the speed from Russell getting down the right side.
Gets past Evan Andrews, tried to get it past Navarro, who had to backtrack pretty quickly and almost backtracked past the ball. Had to reach back to grab it, and we're still scoreless.
Navarro thought that cross was going to come into the top of the 18. I think Russell's looking to sneak it past him. He looked up.
There
You could
go.
see him peek up. He
Yep.
thought he had a lane. Love the ambition there from Russell.
Hairston tries to get the ball away from Nangui, stays with Charlotte FC. Braxton McDonald back to Nangui. Cuts it into the center circle. Maggie Williams there to impede that pass. Verison Brown kept possession for Charlotte. Now into the corner, Kevin Alvarado.
Good switch.
Alvarado step over, keeps it in just on the edge of the 6, chipped and off the bottom of the bar. The chance was there for Charlotte.
So close for Charlotte, but it doesn't go over the line. Atlanta can break down the left. We'll take another look at that real quick. The cutback was great and off the underside of the bar, but here comes Atlanta into the attacking half.
Back to live action quickly.
Hernandez going to run this down in the corner.
Hernandez
Fighting through traffic.
gets around,
Couldn't find the second ball.
got around Emily Burkholder, but he couldn't get past Evan Andrews.
So close, Hernandez.
Couldn't get past the 2022 All-Star for Charlotte, but here comes Atlanta United Unified again in Eberly.
Eberly hitting the brakes, finding a teammate inside. Nice work.
Urshansky over to the right. Stephen Russell trying to figure out what direction Alvarado was going. Looking for Hairston, but getting in the way there was Braxton McDonald. Here comes Charlotte again in Nangui.
Good defending from Alvarado. Didn't give Russell the lane that time.
You're going to get a foul on Atlanta United Unified, standing Nangui up.
VR went in for the tackle. Didn't quite get the tackle off cleanly. Charlotte will make subs now.
Coming in, it is Aid Praz, Zusi, and Alondra Rosa with their second appearances here in the match today. There's Alondra Rosa. Halfway through the 35th minute, we've got just a little over 5 minutes to go here. Goalless with Atlanta United Unified and Charlotte FC Unified. Charlotte FC had the chance off the underside of the bar just a little bit ago.
More knocked down there by Evans.
Aid Pra tries to get past Urshansky. He initially can't. Sticking with it, Kevin Alvarado. Urshansky stands him up, forced to pass the ball inside. Zusi, heavy touch off the shoulders of Nick VR. Edge of the 18, cutting inside. Atlanta United Unified defense getting in the way. Rosa inside the D. Too much for Moore, and here comes Atlanta United.
Great read there from Brown, and he jump starts the counter.
He had Anthony Hernandez ahead of him. Tries to go big switch through the legs of Stephen Russell.
He can run it down.
He'll get there. McDonald there for Charlotte FC.
So close. Great work by Savion Brown to flip the field. Atlanta keeps it in the attacking half.
Pressure's there. Picked off by Charlotte FC again. Center circle and the back and forth continues.
Evans always finding the loose ball.
Urshansky gets around Aid Pra. Combines with Maggie Williams. Hairston cleared away from inside the 18. Eberly couldn't keep it in.
Eberly always trying hard. Almost got to that and kept it in. Trying to pin Charlotte in. Substitutions for Atlanta now.
Lenza and Eisworth checking in for Marty Jellamy in the Unified team. Lenza won a bronze medal at the Unified Cup last year in Detroit. Third degree black belt too. Eisworth, Savion Brown looking into the middle toward the top of the D. Initially hit by McDonald, but kept by Atlanta United Unified. Stephen Russell in, easily grabbed by Miguel Navarro.
Russell from distance trying to make something happen here. Good touch to the outside, and he gets the shooting lane. Doesn't catch it cleanly, but Atlanta back in the attacking third once again.
Lenza inside the D.
Lenza was trying to find a teammate, waiting for that run. Great work from Dylan Lenza, trying to facilitate.
Savion Brown stood up temporarily, kept possession.
Oh, almost pulled the spin.
Yeah.
Almost pulled the spin move. Savion Glover would have been impressed with that one from Brown if he had pulled it off.
A lot of soft shoe on that, no doubt. Here comes Liam Stewart.
So close. Stewart coming on to try to get a late winner for Atlanta.
2 minutes left in the match. 2 minutes.
You hear the magic tones of Steve Craig. 2 minutes to go here, goalless. And remember, no PKs. 40 minutes is 40 minutes. No time added, no PKs. Aid Pra kept possession. Dylan Lenza couldn't get it, but Atlanta United Unified will track it down. Working up the middle. Tried to get to the left-hand side, but here comes Charlotte once again. Getting caught in the cleats of Skylar Stevens, but we're going to get a foul call on Atlanta United Unified.
Yeah, Eberle trying to get to that first one. Just got a little bit of the Charlotte player. I won't start yelling at Christopher Heinzman. I know Christopher, our referee, always out in the community working. See him at college games, high school games. Great to see him here, even though I disagree with that call.
Because Q, works it on the ground, trying to get it to David Johnston, picked away by Lenza. Lenza, Savion Brown, but sweeper keeper Navarro's there to shut that idea down quick.
Savion Brown almost getting there, less than a minute. Here comes Atlanta United looking for the winner.
Can they get it? Left-hand side, Savion Brown, and the flag is up.
Oh, he hit that well, though. He hit that so well. Brown almost the hero late. Got that run started a little too early.
Launched from about 23 or 4. Saw the opening, went at it with the right, goes over the bar. "20 seconds to go. Last chance either way. Big hop.
Nice clearance from VR.
Yep. Center circle, Aid Pra was looking for Zusi. Mora will get there, but not before D. Harden does.
That's why you spin the TAM right there. Great play from D. Harden.
All right, let's see what happens here. We're north of 40 on the clock, and there's your whistle.
I thought we might get some stoppage time. Felt like a winner was there for Atlanta if they'd had one more opportunity. Good match from both teams, though. Love to see the effort from both teams. They were both trying to get that goal late. Both teams had opportunities. Charlotte puts one off the bar. Love the competition between both of these teams. So much fun to see. Eberle still scrapping. He's still trying to get in there and make something happen. Love it.
And let's take a recap at all of the action and events here. You saw Marty Jellamy with the group getting things started. First match of 3 this season for Atlanta United Unified. There's Eberle standing up Zusi.
Everywhere. Eberle's everywhere.
There's the VR brothers who came up really big. Raleigh Mora stood up by Emma Sim. Savion Brown had some great work. That shot late.
That switch almost worked. We saw some good stuff from Steven Russell down the right side. That was the spin.
There it is.
I would have lost it if that had been pulled off.
And that is what tonight is all about. Handshakes and high fives all across the board. Once again, this is match 1 of 3 for Atlanta United Unified. Their only home match of the season. After this, June 24th, they go to Harrison, New Jersey to take on Red Bulls Unified. Then they finish up their season September 3rd in Frisco, Texas, playing against Dallas's Unified team. It'll be their first time in the New York, New Jersey area, first time in the Texas area. So some interesting frontiers being explored in the 2023 season as well.
Yeah, and those trips are such a great opportunity. There's always a ton of different activities. You get to interact with the first team, get to travel. Both teams thanking the fans for sticking around and supporting Charlotte fans as well as Atlanta fans. Just a great night for soccer here at the Benz.
Second season for Charlotte FC's unified group. Seeing what they've been able to accomplish in a very short period of time. The 7th season for Atlanta United unified. And to see the unique personalities. There's Carlos Bocanegra out there. Soccer for All medals being presented. Carlos working his way down the queue. The coaching staff for Atlanta United: Marty Jellamy, your head coach; Marco Patry, Greta Conboy, Luis Luna. Once again, working your way down the line. Anthony Hernandez putting in some minutes here in the second half. TAM pickup number 1, D. Harden. Savion Brown out of Roswell. Once again, very, very cool to see this happening here in the 7th season for Atlanta United Unified. The VR impact that we've seen with the program. And to have an experience like this, if you're a part of either of these teams, to play here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, experience of a lifetime. It's a home game for Atlanta United Unified, a road game for Charlotte FC Unified, but you're playing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Full pitch length, full length of regulation goals, all the things that make soccer special. They got to experience it tonight here at the Benz.
Yeah, it's so cool to see the smiles on everybody's faces. I can't believe Eberle's still standing after all the running he did.
Absolute. Just all over the place. I'd like to know what Eberle's Fitbit would register after a night like this.
The heat map from Eberle would have just been red over the entire pitch.
There's Emma Sim, last in line for Atlanta United Unified. Now here's for Charlotte Unified. Once again, the captain's armband, Skylar Stevens. Represented the club as an All-Star in 22 along with Evan Andrews, but the Burkholders will represent this year at MLS All-Star. Dayton Giskiewicz, our favorite sweeper keeper, Miguel Navarro. Yeah, it was great to see all of the different skill sets, the imagination from players like Raleigh Mora that was out there tonight. Great to see Charlotte here in their 2nd season. They're getting the medals from Carlos Bocanegra as well.
Yeah, big trip for Charlotte down I-85.
Alondra Rosa. Got to get, there you go, over the ponytail. There you go. Braxton McDonald put in some quality minutes in the midfield. Stephen Perot, who was the keeper in the first half for Charlotte FC.
It's a good competitive game from both teams. Both teams had opportunities. Charlotte with the best when they put it off the crossbar. But both teams really working hard, and I think those connections between the helpers and the athletes, that's the part of this that you love. I thought everyone in this one trying to facilitate for everybody on their squads. Really cool to see.
You saw the Burkholders there. Kevin Sims, the head coach for Charlotte FC. The assistant coaches, Daniel Beaupre, Phil Bird, Elsie Mora, Dwayne Dyer, and Nate Williams. Manager Micah Biggerstaff, a part of this as well. And there you go. There's Atlanta United Unified with the medals around their neck from this match here to start the unified season here in 2023.
A lot of good things to build on for both of these teams as they have more games throughout the season
And you see you mentioned the friendships that you get. You see the interaction from Raleigh Mora and Alex Eberle.
Yeah. Oh, they were both just scrapping the whole game. Eberle trying to get it off of Mora. Mora so good with the ball at his feet, too. That's the coolest thing about the unified program around the league is the friendships that come out of it from team to team.
And there's your total team picture. We'll hear from Joe Freihofer coming up in just a little bit. He'll get the gauge and the temperature after a goalless draw. Look at Alex. Look at Alex. He's taking up space right there in the middle. There you go. Very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, Eberle's a rock star with this team. He's fun.
No doubt. It's like, what, we're not done? Okay. There we go. There it is. Good stuff. And with the TIFO, there you go. There's your TIFO that was unveiled when before the match started.
All right, 17s. First of all, let's
Joe
hear some
Freihofer.
noise for both of these unified sides tonight. All right, guys, I'm joined now by Liam and Nick as well. Liam, I'll start with you. Just give me an assessment here. What would you make of the full 40 minutes here inside of Mercedes-Benz, playing in front of your family as well? What would you make of the match tonight?
Well, I would make it like, oh, this is so amazing. Even though we didn't score any goals, but we were brave in the attempt. That's what I would usually make it like. Like, have your game face on and be aggressive.
Always. Well, just a hard-fought battle tonight, and we can be assured that you guys will get both 3 points in both of these next occasions coming up. Nick, talk to me. You've got a road stretch coming up now. Now you face New York Red Bulls unified side. How are you hoping to shape up the mentality of your side heading into that one?
Yeah, well, I think we should, look forward to the next trip up to New York, build off of what we made here. It was a very competitive match. It was pretty evenly fought between both very competitive sides. So I think, we should carry that into the next road match against New York. And I think it's the first time we're going to play them in program history. So we're looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, this is not your average interview. 17s, drum roll, please. Guys, direct your attention to the Halo board. We've got a surprise for you. Liam and Nick, you've been both selected to go to D.C. to play in the All-Star game for this 2023 season. You'll be playing in Audi Field. Congratulations. 17s, let's hear it for these guys. Initial reaction, you're an all-star. Can you believe it?
Not really. Like, this is so great because last year I was selected to be a part of Unified Cup, and this is like kind of a bit of a dream come true. Like, it's like it comes in unexpectedly. You don't expect anything. Like, that's what I didn't expect with Unified Cup. I didn't expect to be on the Unified team because I did soccer just for fun. I only had 4 years of experience with soccer, so I don't know why I'm great at it, but I am amazing at it. So this is a wonderful moment for me. I can see my mom over there recording me. She seems very proud of me, and one of my sisters standing right next to her, Savannah, she's very proud of me as well. So it's very emotional for them, I can see. I don't know what else to say, but I am very excited.
Congratulations to both of you guys. 17s, thank you for coming out. Show some love to these two. We've got two All-Stars heading to D.C. Congratulations to you both. Thank you so much again. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks to everybody, both unified sides, for coming out, and to 17s as well. Thank you guys so much. Jason, John, back to you.
Thank you, Joe, because, the Hoff is in control of everything over there, and he got to drop the surprise for Liam Stewart and Nick VR.
So cool. Great to see the smiles on their faces and Liam's reaction. Liam's the best.
And that is going to do it for match number 1 here for the 2023 Atlanta United Unified season. A goalless draw as Charlotte FC's Unified team comes to town. Thanks to everybody who made this happen here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Thanks for hanging out with us here on ATLUTD.com. For Joe, for Jason, I'm John. Thanks for hanging out with us here. That's the Unified broadcast, a goalless draw with Atlanta United and Charlotte. Play safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.